Hello and good morning, Daniel Jugenis, coming to you from London in the United Kingdom as always. I trust you are well, healthy, and safe. Most important about the safety aspect of it. It's Good Friday, and I've just finished a telephone conversation with a cousin of mine who also lives here in London. We're quite close, and we're talking about family issues and certain revelations I mentioned in a previous entry that my mother has the COVID-19 virus. Then, when I was doing a video entry, a message came up saying that she hasn't. Now, I've got another message that says she has and she's in hospital, but I can't clarify any of this because those siblings who would know haven't contacted me. So I'm in a situation where, the shit's kind of hit the fan where my mother's concerned, but apart from my cousin, there really isn't anybody I can actually talk to about this. Because my siblings haven't contacted me, and I'm just thinking, what on earth? What on earth's happening here? But I know what's happening. They just have very little respect nor any time for me, and that's fine. But something as important as the health of my mother, whether I'm estranged from her or not, should not prevent them from actually reaching out to me. And they can reach out to me. They can easily contact me. And this goes for nephews and nieces, but nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit, really, where I'm concerned. And, that's fine. But there'll always be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning to this. And I'm just going to sit back and wait. And that's all I'm going to do. Now, when I decided to do this entry for Good Friday, I was really going to do it in a more upbeat way. And we're going through a very difficult time right now. And, people have lost loved ones, regrettably. And I think we've all lost in a way because we're all human beings. And when somebody dies, that's a little chip of our humanity. We've lost something, you know? So today's Good Friday, and the date for Good Friday changes due to the church calendar, but it doesn't really matter. Good Friday is where we remember a very special man by the name of Jesus Christ sacrificed himself so that we may have an eternal life of a kind, a oneness with God. Because on Good Friday, when he was crucified, in the temple in Jerusalem, the curtains torn, and that symbolized that we no longer had to go through priests to be with God. When the curtains torn and Jesus died from his wounds on the cross, we had a oneness with God. He who was without sin sacrificed himself so that we may be saved. And irrespective of whatever religion or belief system you believe in, that is a very, very powerful message. 3 days later he rose from the dead, he overcame death and ascended to heaven to take his rightful place beside his Father. If not for him, where would we be today? Would we, as a species, as a race, still be in existence if this man, said to his father, look, these people are good people. They can be saved. And I will go down to heaven, and I will be the Son of Man, and I will take on their sins. I who is without sin, I will take on their sins and pay the ultimate sacrifice with my life so that they may live. And that's something I wanted to share with you today. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a preacher. I am Christian by religion, but I also follow teachings of Buddhism as well, and dare I say, teachings of Jedi. But my belief system is first and foremost Christianity, but I am not of a closed mind. Christianity is the basis, the foundation for my beliefs and my moral compass. But as it's Good Friday, I'm just having this conversation because it's having walked on the dark side. I wanted to walk further towards the light, and Good Friday is a good time to do that because of what it signifies, and Easter generally, which is death and resurrection, in that as we are made in God's own image, and we can, like Jesus, overcome those obstacles that are slowly killing us on a minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by week, month by month, year by year. If we make a sacrifice now, or if we make sacrifices for the greater good, things ultimately will get better. Now, I'm not saying that the current crisis is for the better good. No, I'm not saying that, and I disagree. I mean, if anybody said that to me, I would fundamentally disagree with that. What I'm talking about is those personal things that we hold dear. Sometimes they may be holding us back, and in order to go forward, we need to kind of, rid ourselves of those things. Or if it's a certain emotion, jealousy, I know, is a very powerful and very destructive emotion. On Good Friday, we need to stick that on a cross and let that go. So that's what I want to share with you today. And for this Easter weekend, is that we remember this very special man who was born over 2,000 years ago, who came to, as the Son of Man, although he's the Son of God, he came as the Son of Man to free us of sin and to make us better than we are, because he believed in us so much that he gave his life so that we might live. So that's my Easter message for you today. And I hope you find some comfort and solace in that. Always good to hear from you, as always. I'm gonna be indoors. I went out on a shopping trip, and I had I mean, I'm wearing this headgear, but I kind of wrapped it round my face because people are not observing that 2 meters distance rule, whatever, and I had to go and do a shopping expedition. Not because I just felt like going shopping, it was something I had to do. But enough of that. So that's my Easter message. So I wish you all well. The weather is great here in London. I'm not sure how the weather is wherever you are, but wherever you are, I hope you'll take my words on board and not stress yourselves too much, and enjoy the weekend as best you can, given that we are in lockdown. And I hope everybody's following the advice of staying at home, because right now that is the safest place to be, and only go out when you need to. So on that note, I bid you adieu, au revoir, as always, and I will talk to you next week, maybe Monday. See how things go. But I will be talking to you again, so until then, enjoy your Easter, and be good to yourselves, be good to each other, look out for each other, but above all, stay safe. So until next week, have a great weekend. Goodbye for now. Goodbye.